I'm very pleased to welcome Ilona Shikongo. She's today our Namibian expert. Heartily welcome from our side, Ilona. We are very glad that you join us today.
I'm very happy that I could be part of the panelists today.
Maybe just to give an overview, you do the presentation, then we do a Q&A, and afterwards you tell us how you felt in the presentation, and then everybody of us, each of us gives you feedback. So take a deep breath and relax, and we all want to have fun.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. So today we're at this point where we are finally we're approaching the end of our BC 61, and we are really excited. Our main goal is primarily just to improve the successes and the gradings of these students, their scores, for them to get better, to be comfortable in that, because we believe that learning should not be a generic mode. Everyone has a different way of learning. I'm driven by the sense that when I pass on knowledge to somebody, at the end of the day, I feel my best and I know I've offered the best service to somebody and they've learned from me.
I have 1 year's experience in the tutoring services, and I believe that if you have knowledge, then you have power. So one must never stop learning.
I believe that you can achieve anything as long as you're working towards it and you always believe in yourself.
First of all, we are going to use the social media platforms. As we all know, the social media reaches a large amount of audience out there. We are going to have a page on Facebook, on Instagram and Twitter, and also on LinkedIn. According to the research we made on the number of registered students in the respective faculties, we found out that from the UNAM Commerce faculty, we are likely to get a 31.7% students that are coming to register with our tutorial service. As we are using social media platforms, the social media is reaching out to a lot of people in Namibia. And also we are offering our tutorial services online, which is a great platform because it's accessible everywhere the person is. It doesn't matter, we are not in the same area. The person can, as long as they have data.
The cash flows of 83,750, as I mentioned before, the collection from credit accounts of 3,654, loan or other cash injection of 4,500. That gave us a total cash receipts of 91,904. The uses of funds for JEH tutorials, mostly the purchases of the expenses, including the internet services, the computers, the stationaries, advertisement, and transportation. And the source of funds, as I mentioned before, it's from the owner's capital as well as the bank loans. But as I mentioned before, we are not going to take up much loans as we don't want to be in debt. So thank you so much for having us today. That's brought us to our final presentation. And yes, it's time for questions, comments, and we'll be here to answer most of it. Thank you so much for having us today. Thank you so much for listening.
It seems to be a pretty easy business case as you're profitable in the first year. What do you think, what could bring your business to fail if you get the funds? What is the biggest threat? How can it fail?
Even though we have a financial institute or the NASOs that help us funds for our studies, some of the students will not get through it. They don't get through it. So the threat here is that when we are not getting students, mostly when we are not getting students, not because they don't want, simply because they don't, they can't afford to pay for the service. That's the main threat that we have.
As a parent, looking at me, instead of taking someone that can just come to my house and tutor my child, what will make you guys more appealing?
We are going to convince these parents that we are literally the second teachers to a child. We know that you send the child to school, and yes, teachers are already doing their job. We are not saying that we are better than the teachers or lecturers. But then we'll be convincing them that we are going to be, definitely we are here for a child. We are passionate about what we want to do, and our goal is really just to help your child to be better.
So far, so good. Let's have a short feedback from our side.
When I see where we started and where we are now, you all made very good progress. I'm happy with that. It was you were all very calm. You explained it well. It was a logical setup. Your presentation technique, good gestures. You all could work a little bit more with your voice, but of course it's also a problem when you have technical issues. Josephine, your mic was a little bit bad, so we couldn't always hear you very good, but what you said and how you worked it out was very, very good.
I have to applaud you guys in terms of your the research that you did. I see that you really went in detail. And when it comes to a project or whenever you're trying to actually do a business, you would want to capture as much details as you can in terms of the research, especially on your competitors. That I really applaud you guys for.
I completely agree with Mike and Ilona. What I liked very much was your passion. You were really fighting for your ideas and for your numbers. So I'm very proud on you. Well done. There is always place for improvement, but so far so good. Congratulations.